Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to another pre-market report. Here I will review different assets and prepare for the trading session. Morning. All right, let's go over the schedule. We will review some economic news, the US dollar, the bond yields. Morning, MB. The VIX. We'll go real quick over crude oil and metals, and then we'll see the equity markets, okay? And then we'll take a look at Apple. We did have a supply yesterday in Apple, and it's gapping down from there. Okay, so all right, so let's review what reports do we have coming out today. So we had some numbers from Europe and Japan earlier, and we had some terrible numbers on the real estate market, mortgage market. Like the real estate mortgage rate, it got up to 6.52%. I think is the highest, if I'm not mistaken, from since 2008 or 11, somewhere around there. The good balance, goods trade balance, it came better than expected, but don't get fooled by this number. Like the dollar is strong. We do have a better balance now because of foreign exchange. And then we have pending home sales. This is very important for the market. The market is paying attention to this number. And then we have Fed Chair Jerome Powell's talking at 10:15. Where is that? I want to check where is he talking? Where is he speaking? So is today's Tuesday, right? Wednesday, sorry. He's not here. There we go, here. All right, so deliver opening remarks in a pre-recorded video at the Community Banking Research Conference in St. Louis. So it's not going to be live. It's a pre-recorded video. So we have it here, but it's not something that is going to affect us big time. We can put an alert though. And then after that, we have... I think crude oil inventories. Yeah. We have all crude oil numbers. Important. And that's it. That's all for today. All right. The dollar it is really impressive about the dollar. Like I am really impressed here. The dollar does not stop going up. And here is the daily chart. We went up during London. And we have been sideways since then. We did have a huge drop at 6 in the morning. I couldn't find any like news related movement. We were negative for a little bit, not long time ago, and now we are trying to get back to the upside. So here's the deal: the dollar is being very sideways. Okay, and it's been very sideways since London. Like this is a very is a sideways volatile market, right? So I wouldn't be surprised if we have today a sideways volatile market. Now, my assumption here is that the dollar dropped, right? And when we compare with the NQ, yes, it recovered a little bit. But the markets did not get positive. Okay, so from that side, I'm leaning a little bit to the short side, but we're gonna see some pictures here on the ES and the NQ where we can probably be very cautious today with the short. Okay. All right, so I will be paying attention to this picture today because I don't have any like a high quality demand right here. Like my demand is around 113.9. So for that, the dollar needs to turn negative. Okay. And probably we will have a negative dollar today, and tomorrow we could have a continuation to the upside. But we need to see price action at the time of our trades to assess the best direction that we can trade. Okay. For now, dollar sideways. When it goes to the lower side, it's short in the equity markets. When it comes to the upper side, it's long on the equity markets. Right. That's the way I'll be thinking, at least for now. Until we break this huge box that was created during London session. Okay. Here, the 10-year yield hit 4.01. This was when London was opening. And from there, immediately we started to come down. A lot of sellers came into a lot of buyers of bond came into the market and dropped the rate, the yield to 3.878. Okay, I do have this demand, right? And it's working right now, but if you guys see the daily is a huge rejection of its highs, and this is a very bearish movement. It's yet to see if we will have the strength of making it back, but it's not very likely. So here's the thing: if the dollar ends up dropping today along with the yields, we will have a nice long session. Yeah, we're hitting a lot of EMAs and stuff, but I don't use them. I understand that 200 daily might bring a lot of support or resistance, whatever. But I rather just focus my trading in market structure. And but look, I do have this demand before below this week. I don't have much until 3679. So if we hold here and we turn around, which is not very likely, then we will have some continuation to the downside on the equity markets. But for now, this chart makes me a little bit neutral. Okay. Also the VIX. Well, the VIX is not very bearish. Like, yes, it's dropping now. We gapped up when we opened, and it's dropping right now because of the dollar. The dollar moved down, and this thing is moving down along with the dollar. But the VIX, I think it has if you go to a lower time frame here on the VIX, you have this pivot. You have several things to lean on. Like you have this. You have this. Okay, and then yesterday we closed around here. So I think the VIX does have the opportunity or the areas, the structure to continue to go to the upside. If this works, obviously the equity markets will have more downside. Okay. All right, so we already went through the rates, and we will come back to these charts if we need during the trading session. But I wanna pay attention to them the entire day. All right, so crude oil, it triple bottom right here, 3 days in a row, same area, now is bouncing back up. We do have crude oil numbers today, the inventory. So let's see, the inventory numbers can turn everything around. Okay. Nevertheless, I do have the 82 as my first supply. I do not have any demand right here. My demand is down here around 73 1/4, so we're still far. But I'm gonna put it right here. This is the daily, and if it comes close, we can like review it. Okay, this is my daily 74, 73.95. If it comes closer, we can narrow this zone right here. The other commodities, and this is another thing that can make me like a little bit bullish, is that if you guys see, the copper is rejecting those lows. We're gapping up on lumber. Gold and silvers, they are rejecting the lows as well. So why do I think this makes me a little bit bullish? And because copper and lumber are riskier assets along with crude oil, right? And along with the equity markets. So when the market is risk on, money flows to all these assets, like riskier assets, right? Commodities are riskier, equity markets are riskier, bonds are safe haven assets, right? Along with the dollar. So I'm still a neutral bias because of this. Okay. All right, the ES. This is the important chart that we need to pay attention to today, because the ES broke the lows, right? So this is the mid-June lows, and we broke those lows during the overnight session yesterday a little bit, and we bounced back up. Now during the London session, we broke to the downside, and we are rejecting strongly from those lows, right? And I see this quite of like a normal bounce at the first time we break, because a lot of people are considering this a good point to buy. Like the market is started to getting attractive, right, to buyers. My demand, now I do ignore all these demands right here, because these were already violated here by this week. So I do ignore all these June bounce, and I go back, and I had to go back here to, this was November of 2020. Okay, so I did find some demands right here. This is the daily. Okay, but I went down to the 4 hours. I went down to the 4 hours. Let me scrunch this chart a little bit and go back down. There we go. And so the daily started right here, right? And I narrow it to all these rally-based rally formation and the pivot included, okay? You have this retest. This retest opened up at 10 in the morning. That's a pretty nice bounce. And then we visit this level again during the London Open, and then we rejected immediately, and we never came back, okay? We never came back from there. So this is a area that is going to put some pressure to the long side. Let's see what happens today. Also, I do have these September highs, right? Putting some pressure right here. Look, the market has memory, so people are watching these charts and doing the same thing I'm doing. So I do think this is a very good area if the dollar ends up like catching up to the upside and going to the triple triple top right here. This is a dollar chart. We could find the ES around this, okay? And it's yet to see who's gonna win, these buyers or the buyers in the dollar, okay? I don't think this will put prices back to all-time highs. Like fundamentally, I think we do have more downside, but that's an interpretation. That's not some technical aspects that I'm watching here, okay? Like if you guys see, my trading is very short-term oriented, and that's what I do. I try to correlate other assets. All right, so yes, I know, and that's one thing. The more the market comes down, the more prone is to bounce back up, because a lot of people are watching that and thinking, all right, this thing is getting underpriced, like is getting, you know, is getting like cheaper, okay? Now, so the ES is the key chart that I wanted to see because we broke to the downside, okay? And then during London, we bounced back up. And I do not have like much here. Let's see this one. I didn't go to the lower time frame. So let's do it together. So this is the 4 hour. And if I go to the 40 minutes and I might have this, right? But I think that in all truth, 840, 920, the best level here might be around here, okay? So the best level might be around right here. If we go to the 7 minute, $10.06. Well, no, we can have this one. This might be a good area to short. I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna narrow this thing, and I'm gonna put only this one. Okay. So let's pay attention to this sideways, this consolidation area from a few days ago. No, that was yesterday, right? Yeah, this was yesterday before the drop. All right, so let's pay attention to this consolidation area from yesterday. What about this? Here's the deal. When this thing comes back up, I don't want to see this. I don't want to see this. And this area to hold. Okay, if this thing holds, this supply is gonna struggle when we come back down. Okay, unless it's very, very powerful and then it drops the prices to the lower side. But I will be cautious, right? If it comes to the upside to this supply, I want this to be just one candle, right, or two candles. Right, no sideways movement and never, and let alone just a bounce from these pivots right here. Okay, that's one thing that I'll be watching real time though. All right, so careful with the ES. We broke the lows and we're bouncing. Now the NQ has a different picture. The NQ did not break the lows. So this is the daily. This is a June lows, mid-June, and then we came here yesterday, in the morning, and we never break to the downside, right? So the NQ is telling me we might have a turnaround. Yeah, it's weaker right now than the ES. The ES has a blue candle right here on the daily. But everything will be summarized in what this thing is doing. So this thing is coming down, and what this thing is doing. Okay, so in the meantime, we'll be watching the dollars and the rates. Now the rates are coming down hard, 3%. Okay, if the rates continue to go down along with the dollar, then we will have longs. If this thing turns around, for now, for me, the dollar is what I'm thinking right now is this is a buy area. And let me see if I can put a square. Yeah. For me, for now, until we break. This is a buy area. This is a buy area. This is a sell area. Okay. I'm talking about the dollar. So here, the dollar, you buy the dollar, meaning you sell the equity markets, right? Here, you sell the dollar, buy the equity markets for now until we break to one side. Okay. Triple top, almost a triple bottom here, but let's say a double bottom, right? And below here, I don't have anything till like 13.9 or something. But I'll be calling this real time during the live trading session. Okay. I didn't do the RTY. I didn't do the RTY, and let me take a look at the RTY. RTY didn't break the lows either, and I was talking about the RTY being the strong market right now. But ultimately, it catch up with the other ones, right? So we came back to the same lows, same picture. Now the RTY today is a bit bullish compared to the other ones, right? If you see here, the daily chart has a red candle on the NQ and on the RTY, and in the ES, they both have a bullish, green candles, right? All right. I think the main chart to watch today will be the ES. So I will have it at all times. If you guys trade the NQ, I trade the NQ, but I'll be watching the ES. I think is very important influencer over the technology, right? All right. Regarding Apple, right? We did have this supply. We put this together yesterday. We revisited. And then we're gapping down to 147.79, 147.80, whatever, around here, right? This is the pre-market level. I was talking about 144, my ultimate target on Apple. If Apple ends up dropping today, we will have some push to the downside especially on the NQ, but in all of the markets, right? This might be why the NQ is weaker for now, because Apple has more weight on the NQ than in the other ones. But I do think Apple has some room to drop to 144, and we're very close though. We're not very far. Let's see what happens with this 44. If not, I do have 137. Okay. But for now, I'm going to just close this video, and I'll see you guys in 15 minutes. If you like what I do here, please consider subscribing to the channel so we can grow this thing. Okay? I don't know. If you have any questions, just bring them over to the live trading session. Okay? Thank you, guys. Thank you for being here. See you in a bit.